Welcome, everyone, and what a game we have for you tonight. Kevin Harlan here, along with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, as we get set to bring you NBA action on 2K Sports. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. One of the guys we'll be watching out for today, Greg Monroe.
And the thing you notice right away with Monroe, great hands both offensively and defensively. Got a soft touch on his shot and his passes. He really handles the ball probably better than most centers in this league.
I agree. I like his decision-making too, Steve. Not only the skills, but he makes good decisions. He's able to thread pinpoint passes. Some of that may be due to how Georgetown played when he was there. Princeton-style motion offense that utilizes the passing ability of its big guys.
Looking at the last game for the New York Knicks, it was a win against Chicago. And that was a serious blowout. Not too many people can claim that they saw that coming.
Well, Kevin, they constructed a perfect offensive game plan going into that game, and it was quickly apparent how powerless the defense was to stop it.
Powerless is a good way to put it, Steve. We're unlikely to see that many uncontested baskets again anytime soon. He really made that mismatch pay off. A defender giving up that much size isn't going to be able to put up much resistance near the basket.
New York shooting their first foul shot of the night. Now here's Jennings. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. Now the dish to Stuckey. Feeds to Monroe. And the rejection by Stoudemire. Knight with it. Rodney Stuckey covering. Knight dishes to Lee. Jennings with the steal. Now here's the fast break. Stuckey leading the way. And it's good. Stuckey's got his first bucket in this one.
Good aggressive finish on the break.
That's as easy a 2 points as you could ask for.
Lee sets a screen for Knight. Jennings with the steal. Dishes it to Stuckey. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. This is his first free throw of the game. And the first one at the line is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here is Knight. In the game against Chicago, very impressive. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Kevin, thank you. I spoke with the Pistons head coach for just a bit. He told me that they'll have their work cut out for them looking to score inside with the elite shot blocker and defender Tyson Chandler patrolling the paint. He said he was the Defensive Player of the Year for a reason. He's got length, mobility, toughness, and the want to. He brings effort and communication defensively, and you can't forget about him at the other end either. An improved shooter, and he can definitely finish. Kevin, a ton of respect for what Chandler brings to the table.
Thanks, Doris.
Beautiful reverse. He got his glide on and left the D in the rearview mirror.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Knight gets a screen from Lee. Knight passes to Chandler. He kicks it to Carmelo. Lee, a screen on Smith. The drive by Anthony leads him in there. Lee dishes to Carmelo. Stoudemire. And the rejection by Smith. For the Detroit Pistons, they come in off the loss to the Magic.
Well, shooting as poorly as they did, there was very little chance they were going to win that game, guys.
Yeah, there was sort of a snowball effect in the game that I saw. I mean, what started as a cold night for a few guys became contagious and became a cold night for everybody.
The drive by Lee, out to Anthony. Lets it go from deep. Gets it to go. Anthony's got his second basket of the night.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Stuckey gets to Jennings. 6 to shoot. Stuckey against Lee. A 3-ball. And there's a whistle that goes against Greg Monroe. That is his first foul of the game.
A little overeager right there. Left his feet too early.
And if you're already boxed out, you got to try to work to get around. Otherwise, it's a surefire foul.
Knight gets a screen from Lee. Knight kicks to Lee. The pass to Carmelo. Lee sets a screen for Anthony. And Brandon Knight the bucket on the assist by Anthony.
You know, the defense didn't exactly try to fight around that screen, and that's why it turned into the easy basket.
Jennings passes to Smith. It's back to Jennings. Stuckey. Tyson Chandler grabs the board.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
Anthony. Great D that time from Jennings. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. A shot by Smith. Here's Monroe. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one is on Stoudemire.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
And so Monroe nails both of them. New York's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Knight gets a screen from Lee. Elbow shot is on the way. Rebounded by Greg Monroe. Monroe's got his 4th rebound in this one. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. Now a look at the hottest teams in the league. These squads have knocked down everything in the last 10 games. In third, the Knicks.
Now, the thing I like is they're getting good shots every time down the floor, and it's due to their unselfishness as a team.
And here are the Knicks now. Here's Knight. And yes, sir, that one drops. Knight's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
Jennings with the ball. Right now averaging 21 points a game. He feeds it to Smith. Pass to Monroe. 6 on the shot clock. Banked in off the glass.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And that's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark.
Lee, a screen on Jennings. Knight dishes to Lee. He's guarded by Stuckey. Lee kicks to Anthony. And he's knocked off course by the D. The foul called. He'll shoot free throws. This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line. First one falls for him. Both free throws good from Anthony.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
The Pistons trailing. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team.
Yeah, here we go. The first in what will be a 3-game season series between these two this year.
Now here's Jennings. Smith the pass to Jennings. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
Little touch of class there, guys. The end of that play with the finger roll.
You can see where the Pistons rank in the league stats over these last 10 games now. 11th in blocks, 11th in fewest turnovers per game. And then the top half of the league in getting high percentage shots as well. Not too shabby.
And because of the odd number of games between them guys, the one thing we know is that one of these teams will have bragging rights over the other at the end of the season.
Exactly, Kevin. And that makes tonight's game, I think, a little more interesting and intriguing. I mean, whoever wins this one will have a big advantage going into the next 2.
Hardaway's checked in for Detroit. The Knicks shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
Yeah, this is a very good free throw shooting team, guys. I mean, you look at the numbers, impressive.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
And the 3 off target.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Lee sets a screen for Anthony. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Take a look at New York. What a run they've had this year. In first place and charging seemingly at will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding. And of course, Detroit just way behind.
You know, right now for the Knicks, they've gotten themselves into exactly the position they wanted to be in at this point in the season. And I can't say that I'm all that surprised by it.
No, I'm not either, Clark. This is a talented team. Coming into the year, I think everybody expected them to be pretty strong. And to this point, I mean, they've done exactly what they wanted to do. This is a very good basketball team.
Shots good from Bargnani. Pistons trail by 3. The drive by Jennings softly drops in the floater. Jennings has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Now here is Knight, averaging 18 points a game. Lee kicks to Knight, and he lobs it up toward the rim, and Lee with the stuff.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
The Pistons have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. The drive by Jennings. Back to Stuckey. Just 4 to shoot. And good as it rattles through the hoop. Stuckey's got 6.
You know, they really aren't putting up any resistance on the low block. That's the 5th consecutive basket inside.
And, Steve, these looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Now here's Hardaway. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's a physical game, and so far the numbers show that they've got the edge on the glass.
And the shot is good from Stuckey.
You know, they're being very one-dimensional right now, going to the post every time. But if it works, you don't need another dimension.
Well, they're taking this defense to task, quite honestly. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Lee against Smith. Lee dishes to Knight. Buries the long-range jumper. He's got 7.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Brand passes to Jennings. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Now here's Lee. Talking about that win against the Bulls, he was definitely a major factor as well. Back to Anthony. Knight. New York moving the ball around. Lee kicks to Anthony. Teardrop shot. No good. Nice D from Camby. Detroit's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Jennings kicks to Smith. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by New York. Here's Lee. 8 points for him. Knight on the wing. Outside Hardaway. Back to Knight. And there's the feed to Bargnani. He dishes it to Knight. Lee kicks to Hardaway. The tray. Lee in the posts. He's against Brand. Outside Anthony. Passes it to Hardaway. There's the dish to Lee.
Yeah, close, but I didn't think he got on balance quickly enough.
And it's hard to draw charges as quick as players are at this level. That's not an easy bit of work there.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And they're also showing some muscle here in the first half, finding a lot of points in the paint area.
Pistons trailed by 4. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Randy Foye is on the wing. The basket good off the assist from Billups.
You know, offensively, he's just one of those guys that needs a touch of space to get his shot off. That's all. And if he runs his man off a screen or somehow finds an opening, that's it. He's going to let that thing go.
And, Steve, it's also really remarkable what a solid shooter he is, even in the presence of tough, sticky defense. He smoothly and calmly executes.
And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Lee.
You see their early fouls here? They're having an impact so far.
There's a minute left in the first. Billups dishes to Brand. Pass to Foye. Feeds it to Billups. Shot clock at 5. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The Knicks making a switch. And Clark, you're right. The early fouls contributing to the deficit here in the first.
Yeah, I don't think they're moving their feet well enough, Kevin. I mean, when you foul, you're typically out of position and you're late. So they've got to anticipate better and then play defense without fouling. Stop reusing your hand.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
Shooting 100% in the quarter. They've made them all, taking full advantage at the line.
Well, it's a nice job of really making the most of their opportunities.
In the middle, it's Anthony and Chandler. Hardaway is out there with Brandon Knight. And it's Lee in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 for New York right now. The Knicks leading by 8. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey guys, Champ in their last game against the Bulls delivered quite a performance. He had 20 points and seemed to have a hand in every defensive stop. Good numbers for him in both the steals and blocks columns. Numbers like that make you anxious to see what he can do next time out.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance, Clark. He was at his absolute best in this game.
Yeah, and the only thing about having a game like that, Kevin, is that it's almost impossible to duplicate it here tonight.
Well, nobody's expecting that, Clark, and they don't need him to do that. If he's even half as good as he was that night, it should be enough.
Here's Hardaway. After the basket by Detroit. Lee kicks to Hardaway. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Pistons trail by 6. Smith on the wing. Misses off the right iron.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
And the shot is good. 10 points for Carmelo Anthony.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
Oh, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
Now here's Jennings. He has 6. Floats one. Stuckey up top. 5 to shoot. Here's Camby. Excellent D there from Anthony. New York leading by 8. The drive by Lee. And he goes in for the dunk.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage anyway. It was only with one hand, but he threw it down pretty hard.
And Anthony sends it back.
Question is, do they go 2 for 1 here?
Can they get a good shot in time? That's the question.
He passes to Hardaway. Lee is guarded by Stuckey. Lee dishes to Knight. Buries it from 3-point range. Knight's got 10 points in the game.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
Yeah, it's something we haven't seen much of at the other end of the floor, though. He got the shot he wanted off that pick, just couldn't get it to fall.
But, Steve, they'll take that play all day long, 10 times out of 10. That was good action.
That free throw from Lee is good. Detroit making a switch here. And both free throws good for Lee. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Knicks lead by 15.
Now, presented by Sprint.
The fun has begun on this Saturday night, and we're...
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And as we return, a view here of the landmark Statue of Liberty, illuminating this beautiful night.
No slowing him down, just some incredible numbers for Lee. 18 points, and the additional offense he's provided from the line, big impact.
Yeah, major impact. I mean, a good chunk of their scoring has come straight from his work at the foul line.
On the floor for Detroit, Josh Smith and Greg Monroe at the 3 and 4. Jennings out there with Rodney Stuckey. Here's Stoudemire, and he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
How about that? Take a peek at that move. We don't get to see plays like that very often.
No, we don't. You're right. Sailing in off the baseline for the reverse stuff.
Yeah, boy, what a dunk. That is just special.
Smith, the pass to Monroe. They get a hand on it. And here is Anthony. Anthony off a pick from Lee. Anthony kicks to Knight. Just 5 on the clock. This is the Stoudemire. New York needs to get off a shot from past the arc. Shot is off. Great D that time from Jennings. And here comes Smith leading the fast break. He kicks to Stuckey. Working on Lee. The 9-foot shot. And the shot is good from Stuckey. Stuckey's got 12 in the game. Lee, a screen on Jennings. The drive by Lee. Chandler dishes to Lee. Knight passes to Lee. He feeds it to Chandler. Anthony launches it. Can't get it to go.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
No, that's for sure, because this guy's too good of a shooter to miss that look consistently.
Here's Lee, rejected by Jennings. And it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession. And while there's a break, here's a collection of the shooting guards that have made an impact with their passing this season. The leading assist men among two guards. You look at Lee, one of the best passers in the NBA, always looking to get his teammates involved.
That list of players just goes to show that great passing doesn't just come from the point. And the way these guys distribute the ball from the 2 spot is really a thing of beauty.
And Steve, if you want to take your place among the great shooting guards in the NBA, you have to be able to do more than score. You got to pass it as well. And a lot of these guys can.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
Pistons trailed by 16. There's a good screen. Knight against Jennings. Back to Stuckey. Stuckey left side. Stuckey with another miss.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
Knight kicks to Anthony. Lee outside. The pass to Knight. Back to Lee. Lee left side. And it goes. That's good. And while we're thinking about him, did you guys catch his comments at the press conference after their last game?
He's clearly a big picture guy. I mean, it isn't really what he's done, but what the team has done. It's all about wins with this kid, and you have to respect that.
He's a competitor, no doubt about that. I mean, he doesn't go out and try to make friends or make highlights. He just comes in with one agenda, and that's just to win the basketball game every night.
And the Pistons making a change here. Drummond's checked in. Jennings can't get it to go.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
Well, you don't see him miss that shot very often. When he's open like that, it's usually lights out. Well, the number one priority for a defense when you face this guy is to keep him getting anywhere from the basket because he's just so strong as a finisher.
And something else that comes to mind with him is how many guys he's given the poster treatment to. I mean, flying high to power one down while the defender stands there looking for mercy.
Here's Monroe. Misses off the left iron.
It's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play. I love the flow that they've been playing with offensively tonight. This is an impressive performance.
Well, and that lead they have just continues to grow and grow.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Now Drummond. Right now averaging 7 points a game. Smith dishes to Jennings. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Jennings has got 11 points.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
New York leading by 19. Knight gets a screen from Lee. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Pass to Jennings. Clock at 6. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Brandon Jennings has been getting it done. He has 11 points, and he's come up with a couple of nice steals today, too.
Here is Brand. Now the feed to Billups. He dishes it to Drummond. Just 5 to shoot. From beyond the arc. And Lee pulls it down. The Knicks leading by 14. Kicks to Knight. And Billups pulls it down.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Boy, what a great job making good on the second opportunity. He stayed with that play from start to finish.
Passes it to Caldwell Pope. Lets it go. Billups, no good.
That's one he knows he should have made.
And it's Lee penetrating. Knight, count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Knight's got 12.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
Drummond with it. Brand, covered by Anthony. From about 16, Brand, good. Brand's got his second bucket of the night. New York's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. Knight with it. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. Here's Lee, and again it's New York.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
Yeah, that's 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed on good looks right at the rim.
Brand passes to Ford. Brand a screen on Knight. The dish to Drummond. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession.
Oh, we've got a moment here. Let's look at the last month and the Knicks and how they ranked in the NBA. First in scoring, first in assists, and they're also #1 in free throw shooting. A team that makes foul shots gives itself and its coaching staff a lot of confidence.
And the points that they're scoring per game that you talked about is really a result of great offensive execution. I mean, this is a club that works well together. They get great looks, and they'll also score in transition.
Lee kicks to Hardaway. No good from outside. Pistons trail by 16. Up top, Jennings. Guarded by Hardaway. Stuckey dishes to Jennings. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Launches a three. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Lee's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand.
And I would think a lot of attention will be focused on that Orlando contest.
The defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
Stuckey against Lee. Jennings kicks to Smith. It's back to Jennings. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. 20 points for Brandon Jennings.
Well, his scoring this quarter has been off the charts, and the complexion of the game as a result may change.
Knight passes to Lee. Feeds to Carmelo. Blocked. They push it up 4-on-3. Jennings with the ball. He's picked up by Lee. Smith up top. He has 5. It's back to Jennings. High arcing shot, and Lee pulls it down. Lee's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Anthony sets the pick for Lee. And 1:01 left to play in the third. Hardaway, good on the three-point shot. Hardaway has got 9 points. Now here's Jennings. 20 points for him. Pass to Smith. Stuckey outside. Jennings. Offensive rebound. Monroe's shot is good. Monroe's got his second basket of the night.
Giving them an opportunity at second chance points with some hard work on the glass there.
Knight gets a screen from Lee. Knight dishes to Lee. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. He kicks to Chandler. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. Detroit making a switch here. Five on the clock. Stoudemire kicks to Lee. He passes to Udrich. Lays out. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. Here's Jennings. Right now averaging 21 points a game. Randy Foye is on the way. For three. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. Jennings has got 4 assists in the game. Here's Udrich. No good. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. New York leading by 13. Stoudemire and Chandler together up front. Champ out there with Udrich. And it's Shumpert in at the small forward. That's the 5 for New York right now. Here's Lee. The shot no good. And Detroit the other way now. Stuckey drives inside. Monroe fires the 3. And there's Jennings. That's good on the assist by Monroe. And that's 23 points for Brandon Jennings. Jennings has got 38% average from long range here, making 3 of 8 of his attempts. And the dunk by Chandler. An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
Jennings passes to Smith. Guarded by Shumpert. Looking to get it going. That is good. That's 7 points for Josh Smith. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hey guys, well Mike Woodson had some advice for the team over that last break. His message? I don't want us patting ourselves on the back just yet. We can congratulate ourselves after the final horn. Right now we need to go out there and take this one home. Guys?
Thanks again, Doris. Shot clock at 6. Lee kicks to Anthony. Chandler. Drummond with the block. Here's Lee, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Lee's got 10 points here in the second half. Pistons trail by 12. Jennings off a pick from Smith. Jennings kicks to Smith. Dishes it to Stuckey. The Pistons working the ball around now. Jennings drives in. And Detroit again with the bucket.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
The Knicks leading by 10. Lee dishes to Stoudemire. Lee, a screen on Smith. Anthony with it. Rodney Stuckey covering. He took good advantage of that screen.
Yeah, and that's his first 3 of the half. There may be more in store.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. He feeds it to Smith. And there's the pass to Monroe. Back to Smith. He dishes it to Jennings. Out to Stuckey. Pass to Jennings. The feed to Smith. It's back to Jennings. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 3 assists tonight.
Gotta love the use of the bounce pass there. Perfect feed.
Lee kicks to Anthony. Stoudemire. The fadeaway. Lee passes to Chandler. Good work defensively by Stuckey.
Well defended, and he's not someone who responds well to that kind of defensive pressure.
And it's Smith penetrating. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Tough call there and a tough break for the defense.
But you know, I think you could still see him kind of sliding in there. I don't have a problem with the call.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. It's Jennings with the drive. Monroe off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. The Knicks leading by 10. Here's Lee. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
Well, now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Here's Stuckey. Kicks it to Monroe. Baseline J on the way. Good on the shot.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
The Knicks have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Lee sets a screen for Anthony. Pass to Chandler. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Pistons trail by 12. Jennings off a pick from Drummond. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, throws down the alley-oop slam.
Maybe that'll ignite him. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geek.
That's what those alley-oops do, though. He's their leader defensively. He's able to do so many things well on that end of the court and takes the pressure off everybody around him. An indispensable asset for them.
And I'll tell you one more thing about him, Steve. He sets a screen maybe better than anybody. And if he rolls off of it, he gets the ball and gets a clean look. It's automatic.
Jennings dishes to Drummond. It's back to Jennings. Six to shoot. Stuckey outside. Takes a three. Tyson Chandler pulls it in. Chandler's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Anthony against Monroe. Anthony kicks to Chandler, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Stuckey passes to Jennings. Drummond sets the screen for Jennings. His three-pointers off the mark. The Knicks leading by 13. Chandler with the screen on Stuckey. Now Chandler inside. That drops.
Ran his man straight into that screen to open the lane up for the hoop.
Detroit's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. They set the screen. No one covering. And that's 31 points for Brandon Jennings.
The points just keep coming for him this quarter. And just at the right time, too, as they try to narrow the deficit.
Knight dishes to Stoudemire. Feeds it to Lee. Outside Anthony. There's the dish to Knight. Anthony. The 19-foot shot. Rodney Stuckey pulls it in. 3 on 3. That's good from Jennings on the assist by Stuckey. Stuckey's got 3 assists tonight.
This quarter has brought out the best in him, fellas. Even though they're still trailing, he's been impossible to contain.
Stoudemire off the pick from Lee. Lee sets a screen for Stoudemire. Knight. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Second three-pointer of the half, 4th overall. So he's having a nice game from outside.
Stuckey kicks to Smith. Pass to Jennings. Outside Jennings. Pulls up. And misses it off the right side of the rim. New York leading by 13. Here's Knight. The shot is off. The Pistons go the other way with it. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. There's Jennings. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 4 assists in the game. And the Knicks with possession here. 22 is their biggest lead. Knight gets a screen from Lee. Shot off the pick. And there are the Knicks with another bucket.
And he came off that screen. The defense just couldn't get over the top. Beautiful play.
Yep, and without a hand in his face, he's going to bury those.
Drummond sets the screen for Jennings. And stolen by Knight. And now it's Knight running. He can go all the way. The coast-to-coast dunk.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Knight against Jennings. Rodney Stuckey on the wing. Off his foot. And the ref saying he kicked it. He kicks it to Jennings from deep three-point range, and the rebound goes to the Knicks. Chandler's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Any extra possessions that you can get, either through steals or rebounds, are so critical in this game.
And here's what the Detroit Pistons schedule looks like. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. New York leading by 15. And here is Knight. The drive by Lee. New York moving it around. Lee, a screen on Jennings. Knight passes to Lee. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That's tipped and stolen by Stuckey. Now Detroit moving it up. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
Anthony dishes to Lee. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. 32 points for Champ.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Outside Jennings. For the 3. Offensive rebound. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Did you see the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance bucket?
Simply need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve.
And it's Lee penetrating with the lead pass. The shot's good from Stoudemire.
It makes it so easy for your teammate when you can lead him with a pass like that one.
Outside Jennings. Dishes to Drummond. To the inside. Here's Stuckey. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Stuckey's got 4 points this quarter. 1:57 left to play in the final quarter. Knight kicks to Lee. He feeds it to Carmelo. Anthony off a pick from Lee. Shot clock at 5. There's the pass to Chandler. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Boy, for my taste, he's far too inconsistent with that shot. I mean, he's got to make those if he's going to take his game to the next level.
Well, he's found his game and his rhythm this quarter. He's gotten into a nice groove.
New York leading by 11. Backing down his lead. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Covered by Smith. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Anthony left side. Shoots from 14, and the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
An example right there, guys, of how even as their lead grew into a big one, they never started coasting.
That's the truth. I mean, they've been in charge of this game all the way through.
Smith the pass to Jennings. And stolen by Knight. Now Lee inside. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
That's a poor possession. You just give away the ball with a sloppy pass.
There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Jennings against Knight. From 11 feet away. And Detroit again with the bucket.
This run probably just a case of too little too late.
But at least they're still going after it and playing hard. It would have been very easy to throw in the towel a while ago.
Back to Lee. He's guarded by Stuckey. The inside, Chandler. No luck. Excellent D there from Drummond.
And this game is finally getting away from them.
Yep, it has gotten away. There's not really anything they can do now.
Here's Monroe. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. So no problem for New York as they get the win. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play. They showed up to give great effort and to win. And they...
Ladies and gentlemen, H to the Izzo. I want to thank everybody out there for their purchase. We surely appreciate it. What you about to witness is my thought. All right. Yeah. Well, I must admit, I can't explain any of these thoughts racing through my brain. It's true. Baby, I'm howling for you.
You ended up with 11 rebounds. A lot of errant shots were collected by you in this win. Do you feel your work under the glass was essential to the victory?
I mean, rebounding in general is critical to the success of the team. You have to come in with a blue collar